Hi everyone, welcome to Real Science Challenge. I'm Kent Louie, science teacher and talking head, talking about science education and broadcasting from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. This is episode 80. I have been experimenting with AI in my practice, and you can check out how I use ChatGPT in my last episode on riddles for science review. And today, I'm going to share how AI produced a tiered set of review sheets. I asked Poe, that's P-O-E, which is a web-based AI application for educators, to create 3 separate review activities for 3 levels of proficiency. You got the beginner level, you got intermediate level, you got advanced level of understanding of course material. And this is the result. I'm going to share how I got this and some pros and cons to the whole process. But before I continue, handouts for this episode are available at realsciencechallenge.com/EP80. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please share our resources with your colleagues. We really like to get the word out and maybe get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, or hopefully by Christmas. At a staff meeting, someone introduced Poe and Magic School AI as a way to differentiate assignments for students. Now, I've used ChatGPT before, so I thought I'd try out Poe AI to create word review activities for my students as they prepared for their quiz. So I gave Poe this prompt. It goes, create 3 different word games for students of 3 different levels of competency. You got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The word games will help review the following words: solid, liquid, gas, melting, freezing, condensation, evaporation, sublimation, deposition. And this literally is what was spit out. And it took only a few seconds, and this is both amazing and underwhelming at the same time. Let's start with what's amazing, which is that this process is super quick, and it's a great starting point for ideas. For example, Poe suggested using word scramble, a crossword, and word associations, which I did not consider for review. I like how Poe differentiated the activities. For example, word scramble is beginner level, which I agree, because it's an activity that gets students to identify words that were covered in the chapter, but without getting into confusing definitions or jargon. Now, the crossword, right here, is the next level, which now links the words to definitions. And finally, word associations is the highest level of proficiency, since students need to apply the words to specific examples. You know, I also like that I can get an answer key like that and request explanations for those answers. Now, overall, when I had my students work on this package, they were super engaged. It helped all my students review and get reacquainted with the words in this chapter. Now, the most underwhelming parts of this process is the fact that the products aren't exactly ready for immediate use. They still require refinement on a few levels. For example, Poe suggested I use a crossword, so crossword activity like this, but I couldn't use what was generated on Poe, so I ended up having to use a crossword generator program that produced this outside of Poe. Also, I needed to check my word association examples. Remember these, right? To make sure that they made sense and weren't too confusing for students. Lastly, I had to cut and paste and format in Word so that it could finally look like what you just saw. Because remember, it comes out like this the first time. And this all takes time to format. As fast as this is, I still need to format this and make it line up with the goals that I have and the content that I'm trying to deliver. Now, I'm still experimenting with how to use AI effectively, and I would still use AI to create review sheets. However, I've learned two things in this process so far. Number one, when I use both Poe and ChatGPT to create word review games, they both basically gave me the same suggestions, which makes me think that there isn't much creativity in AI yet to produce original, unique activities that can really push our teaching practice. If anything, it appears that AI so far, we get more of the same when we use it. Another thing I've come to learn time and again, and I've mentioned this before, is that teachers need to know that there needs to be time to format what is generated, because nothing is going to be ready to go or perfectly aligned with what your teaching goals may be for that day. That's it for this episode. Please smash the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. Handouts, once again, are at realsciencechallenge.com/EP80. Thanks for watching, and let's talk science education again soon.